no advantage.
Yeah, this is going to be nuts. So if you had to if you plan out the seed, right, the front and the middle of the seed, Jam has that nose for Rando. He just knows where to go. He makes really correct calls. But Random, like you said, is the elite of the elite, probably the best in my book closer in the entire game. I love watching this dude. Once he knows where to go, once he has the seed down, nobody closes like Random, and it's sick, man. It's so fun to watch. We're off, dude. Let's go.
RandomEffekt's going to kill the blue Octo, does not get a bomb. Jam skips the blue Octo. He's in what we have as level 1. Not a bad find early here.
Oh, nice. And yeah, Jam did actually get a bomb pack off that, so he's got a little advantage here in level 1 here, JSR.
Yeah, especially because level 1 tends to be very key hungry. It very, very commonly, you end up very stuck early on when level 1's the first dungeon you dig. We'll have to wait and see if they're able to get through.
It's interesting. They both decided to go up, even though you know every level has to touch the bottom, so we know we had 4 rooms to play with going south at least. They have decided to both go up, and Random's just out of there. He's like, nope, I am not killing those things for maybe no payoff. I'm out.
Random looks like he's digging for another bomb off these Octos. No luck. He's going to go see what we have in Vanilla 1. Meanwhile, Jam clears the floor, gets a key, so he's going to be able to go south.
Yeah, that was the chance Random took by dipping out, is if there was no key there, then all you did was clear that room, and there might be an item, there might not be. You could still have key blocks because this looks a little linear, and that's what Jam might be running into. But this could also be the item room. What do we have here, Jam?
It's going to be the raft. Wow, that is going to change our routing here. Early on, Redbird, he might go to Vanilla 4. Let's see.
Yeah, if you've got another small dungeon like a level 2, or maybe even like a larger one like 8 with 3 items or something, that could be kind of a difference in how these seeds play out, because Random's going to go to 4 and probably route up towards Vanilla 6 and whatnot. You're going to see Jam go for the raft first, and if there's like an any key or something there that Random doesn't get for a little bit, because you know he's going to go back to level 1 and get it eventually, but he could make, a find here like a white sword or a wand or something that just makes the rest of the digging easier for as long as it takes Random to get back to that level 1.
Well, that's kind of a letdown, I'll be honest. Level 9 at the Vanilla level 4 spot, I was excited, Redbird, because that was a potential huge route divergence, and instead, all Jam has is access to the end game, which does us no good.
Yeah, that was just basically telling me to shut up because there's nothing there anyway. Right?
Well, at least we're going to have... You know what this does do, though, is it takes the raft out of play for Jam's digs, and it also puts both our runners in the same dungeon. We're going to be able to see these runners who are comparable in skill, combat-wise. We're going to be able to put them together in what's kind of like a mini head-to-head. See who gets out of this force sooner and with what items.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. And if you're a fan of Random on the other side, that's probably the best case scenario, right? There was nothing in that raft spot for Jam to be able to pull out early. So we do see a bait block on Jam's side that is not required as Random's taking it.
Yeah, Random unfortunately got gridded as he was attempting to fight those red Wizroads on the half tile. If you're on the half tile to the right of them, fighting them vertically, and Jam picks up a heart container as our 4 drop here in 4, they can't hit you with their beams, but their beams, when they hit you, do 4 hearts of damage, and Random got gridded into the path of that beam, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was tough luck. I was going to see if Jam was going to try to pull off a Kanana key to the right. He decided not to, just for time's sake, and we are met by a Goma that they cannot clear yet in what could be an item dropping room there, a Triforce dropping room.
Random also picks up his heart, so we're even up there. Not really going to say that there's any sort of advantage off that raft at this point. I mean, it's like I said, just knowledge. But one thing that Jam does have is knowing that there's a key block beyond that key block. And if RandomEffekt takes his one key that he has at this point and decides that he wants to go back and look at one, unless he gets that key from those likes, he's going to be stuck. He's going to have to make a second return trip.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, a little bit more knowledge going into that one. We'll see who gets out of this 4. That was kind of the call you made earlier, was who plays this 4 better. And I think that's going to be the key early on here, is who gets out of this 4.
Random gets a nice forced bomb off those Tektites, finds a bomb hole where Jam is already at. We have our runners in the same room at the same time. This is good already, man.
Dude, it's going to be like this the whole match. You know that, right? Like, within seconds of each other.
Ooh, nice reaction there by RandomEffekt. Had dueling red whiz robes on both sides of him and was able to get out of the way before they shot. A lot of runners will panic, and you'll see sometimes the runners will take intentional damage or bop into the bubbles on purpose just so they can avoid that damage.
You know, when I watch you and Random and Jam and all these guys, you know, the elite runners that we have out here right now, it's not anybody can swing a sword, right? You can teach anybody to swing a sword, but it's the movement, it's the avoidance and those types of things. That's what makes people, you know, above and beyond just a regular runner. And watching these guys make the decisions on where they're moving, where they're putting Link and that type of thing, that keeps you from having those deaths where you go all the way back to start. So that's what makes these runners elite.
You see that right there with Jam as he was using bombs to clear that blue whiz robe. A lot of runners will stick to what they have. Jam finds the ladder, or the stair item. It is the recorder. Good find, the 2D flute for JamEvil. Random right behind him. High five in the recorder chamber. But
now, even though the raft didn't pay off for, sorry to cut you off. But even though the raft didn't pay off for Jam, having now the raft and recorder combined means that he knows and can check every single dungeon in the overworld, right? He's got access to everything now, and that's a huge thing early on in these.
Technically, yes, we do still need a candle, but that's just a matter of time. It's not really something you have to dig for.
Yeah, it's just some cash.
But yeah, you see, yeah, you know, it's just cash. These guys know where the cash is. They're not scrubs. They're definitely veterans, and they are very aware of how to survive whiz robes, how to survive tough combat situations. And you saw that with both these guys, the Random making quick work of this Gleeok and Jam dancing around those whiz robes. I mean, that's the one thing that I love about a match like this is you're going to see elite execution throughout.
Yeah, man, that was just like poetry in motion watching it. Between that head 2 coming off and killing the third head right there, just great movement, no wasted motion, anything like that. It was really fun to watch.
Potential ladder block for that last room. Could we have a potential ladder block Triforce? We're going to find out here. Okay, so Jam does find the bomb hole.
I'm thinking that Goma's got the Triforce. That's like the one room that I'm worried about because it's, you know, unique to 4 that it's going to drop something. There's a drop there behind that Goma, and I'm wondering what it is. We know it's not the floor item, but it could very well be that Triforce.
Well, there's only a couple rooms we haven't seen cleared out yet, and simultaneously our runners clear this room, and it's a key. If you're fans of Goma blocks, hold on to your butts. There's only a couple rooms left here.
Or that Goma's hiding the compass, which made this dig excruciating for both players.
We're going to find out very soon because we do not have the compass, so it's got to be here somewhere. It's bombs.
Oh man, if this clears the compass and it's Goma, both these runners are going to be very unhappy here in a second.
Ooh, Jam down to half a heart's got to be careful. Using bombs very nicely. Oh!
The one enemy in the room I didn't expect, but it's always the one you don't expect, that spider that jumped up and got him. Man, that's a really bad death because he's got to clear that room again with fewer bombs.
Meanwhile, Random, down to the last blue whiz robe here. Only 2 bombs remaining. Really trying his best not to use those bombs. Again, whiz robes, if you fight them on the half tile, tend to kind of just leave you alone. They're not too tough. Only a few more slices from this wooden stick, and we get a compass.
Dude, I called it like 5 minutes ago.
I think it's confirmed. I think it's confirmed.
Oh, nailed that one, dude. All right, so the reason Random didn't use those bombs, and it was very astute there that you were pointing out. One, he's getting ready to go past the Forgotten spot, and he needs to check for Candle. So having a bomb here to check for Forgotten and another one that you can force inside the next dungeon is why he wanted to stay on 2. So that's the reason he didn't drop that bomb and kill that blue Israel.
So we do have a little bit of a weird divergence, if you will. Random, of course, not having the raft out of 1, but he'll be back there soon. And out of level 4, a little ahead of Jam, who's going to get his compass soon enough. So I'd say kind of dueling advantages. Neither really gives the runner the lead at this point.
Yeah, and that heads up play by Random. Random just found the blue candle is only going to be at the Forgotten spot. So that's a good thing, a piece of information to know. If you don't find that red candle, that blue candle is up there, and he's going to have to go back there eventually to get it. Does he have enough money? I don't remember how much it was. I think he might because he's heading that way right.
we also determined that the Armos item is going to be at the Vanilla 30 secret by Vanilla 2 over in the Greenwoods. So RandomEffekt, armed with that knowledge, could reroute here potentially, although I'm not sure he'll do that. He's going to buy his blue candle, though.
Yeah, and 4 hearts, maybe not. Maybe he still goes to Vanilla 6, tries to get a heart out of that, and then he can go that way and look for the white sword item. I think he wants to do the Northwest and clear it if he can.
And Jam gets his compass as well, so as long as that Goma's in that bottom room, and I think it was, right, Redbird? Then that means we can
it's 100%. Yeah, it was the room he could only go south in. It was down there for sure.
So RandomEffekt now headed to Vanilla 6, armed with a little more knowledge and a blue candle. And Jam is headed that direction as well. We'll see if he's making the Armos play, probably. If he checks the candle shops as well, he'll get that knowledge. And we have Vanilla 6 is level 5.
And so 5's one of those tricky ones. It could be very, very quick for you, or it could be crazy long dungeon. And you really want an early map in 5, because 5 can get away from you if you're not careful.
For those of you who might have seen the recent TGE Sci-Town Game 1, levels 5 and specifically level 6 can really make the difference in a match. And by the way, if you missed that game 1, when this game 2 is over, make sure you guys go back and watch that. What an insane race that was. And so far, we're on the right path for this race to be just as good.
Yeah, absolutely. We expect this from these guys. These guys are going to be a screen or two away from each other the entire match. I mean, just kind of going the opposite way in dungeons is all we can hope for, because otherwise they'll be in the same one mostly at the same time.
Ooh, nice danger noodle dodge by RandomEffekt. Out of bombs, he does have a ton of keys at this point, and a ton of keys.
I see what you did there. Which way would you go? Did you check that one room to the right? I think that's what he's going to do.
Absolutely. Always check the room to the right. That one time you don't check that room is the one time you regret it.
Yeah, I don't like to get shut in here, because just in case it's something you don't have, like a Goma or something, but he hasn't seen what the boss is in this dungeon yet, so he wasn't too afraid of that.
And of course, Commentator's Curse, RandomEffekt gets shut in with 3 blue Dark Nuts. No big deal, though. Again, both these runners, elite level combat. Although RandomEffekt does get pinned, and he's going to take his up A. Not a bad play there. You avoid the death animation, and more than likely that's not going to be your floor item. So good call by RandomEffekt there.
Yeah, he knew even if he killed the Dark Nuts, we know he can because of his vanilla skill. You've got those turrets there firing at you. He's most likely going to get hit by a turret, not the Dark Nuts, and he just went ahead and wisely did that.
And that brings an interesting thought up that we might not see come into play in this race. School of thought, Redbird. Do you prefer select swap or select as pause?
I like select swap. There's only a few rooms usually that select as pause can help you out in. Now, when they can help you, it's going to save you, a minute or two maybe of going back through a dungeon. But I think all the times that you have to go to your menu, it's 2 or 3 seconds or something like that every time, and then you switch back. So, I mean, anytime you switch, it's almost 6-7 seconds that you're going back and forth. And I don't want to say wasting, but those add up for sure.
Well, Jam is in this blue Darknet room, and he attempted to clear it, used up all of his bombs, had done some pretty good damage. I was going to say that this could be a make or break situation if he was able to clear it. Now, here's a thought, Redbird. You look at Jam's rupees, and we see RandomEffekt finds that bomb upgrade with only 11 rupees because of his blue candle purchase. He's not going to be able to buy it. Does Jam?
I would say probably yes. He doesn't know where the blue candle is. I don't know his pathing, though. I haven't watched enough of Jam in this tournament to know if he's going to go towards the east right away. If he is, maybe not, because he wants that blue candle when he does. We'll know in a second.
Moment of truth.
I don't think he does.
He buys it.
All right, so that says that he values having those bombs for exploration more than the candle. The one thing we know we can always get is you have 230 secrets in the east where he already knows the Armos item is going to be anyway, so he'll be able to pick up a blue candle at some point just by getting...
Ooh, good find for RandomEffekt. There are...
Yeah, I missed that. What was the floor item? Oh, the white sword.
Sword.
Never mind, I see it. Oh, nice. Very nice.
And Jam finds the other item. It is a box of chocolates. I mean, that is the case with items in level 5. You never know what you're going to get, and RandomEffekt got the sweeter deal there for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Random grabbed that already. That's where he got his bomb pack too, in that same room. So he's been in there. They're both right now looking for this Triforce. I don't know if they have a compass yet or not, but this is one of the easier rooms that he's seen so far. He's seen a Gleeok in kind of a fake water maze room, and then he's seen a bunch of Darknuts with turrets. So he wants to take out the 8 Darknuts here instead.
Random does have to be careful. Heart and a half left, and Jam joins him in this same dangerous room. If Random walks into a Darknut, he will die. That heart is huge. That fairy's even huger.
Hugest. Hugest, sir.
All that work for a key.
Hey, they'll take the
My
key.
life for a key, sir.
Yeah, just clearing the room and knowing you don't have to go back to the southwest of 5 is worth it.
Random showing off some pumping as he goes into this pointless room where we find a 2-headed Gleeok. White Sword's going to make quick work of it. Jam hot on his heels.
I like that both runners right now are flush on resources. They both have bombs. They both have keys. This thing is not going to be decided by a resource-starved seed. It's going to be execution, combat, and routing, which is what you want to see.
As we dig through this Bowels of 5, make sure everybody watching, give RandomEffekt and JamEvil a follow, because I know as Random picks up his Triforce here in 5, gaining the very shortly lived Triforce leave, I know you guys out there all follow these runners already, but in case you don't, A, what is wrong with you? Redbird, do you know what's wrong with them? I don't know what's wrong with them.
Man, there's a lot wrong with them if they're not following these guys. Like
and
everything.
Enjoy their
Bring up
streams. They're
and start reading for everything. It's everything.
They're 2 of the best streamers on Twitch. They both have amazing channels, and they're both extremely talented speedrunners. And Jam immediately grabbing his Triforce out of 5.
Jam getting ready to get a heart refill from the Triforce, and he's playing hooky with this heart. Come on, man. Let's go pick up the Triforce, dude.
Hey, time saves, okay? The frames are time saves, sir.
How much time did he save there?
He lost time. Raft, pick up for RandomEffekt. We are officially tied up in everything except for one thing, Redbird. Random's got that blue candle, and Jam has that bomb upgrade.
Yeah, and knowledge of where it is, because Jam didn't bomb that spot, I don't believe. So he doesn't even know. So if he goes up here to like where we buy the arrows and the meat, usually in the vanilla game, he's going to waste a little bit of time looking for that item.
Speaking of blue candle, RandomEffekt using that blue candle to good effect there against the Danger Noodles, and you see it does have some combat advantages. Jam having to use only his sword. If he takes a hit here, he's going to die. Nice smart move by Jam to leave the room, and the glitch there will allow that other Danger Noodle to pass away. No big deal.
Yeah, this one reminds me a lot of the Eagle, you know, as far as the exploration, because you can have that little bottleneck there in the middle when you're running this game vanilla, or, you know, vanilla shapes. We do have a power bracelet on the floor, which isn't going to help them out as far as anything they need to beat the game, but it will help them when they're going towards the northeast, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah, definitely. And also, of course, the information, the knowledge. I mean, it's level 1. You're probably going to clear this dungeon anyways. But that does change how they approach other levels. I mean, so far, we still have 2 and 3 out there, but we also have 6, 7, and 8. And nothing is better than being able to go mode one of those 3 dungeons, especially my new least favorite dungeon, level 6.
Yeah, dude, any race that I do, any practice seed, I will make the game turn me into level 6. I always try to go mode 6 if I can.
Like, I know a lot of us meme about level 7, but in all honesty, in this flag set, I'd rather dig 7 any day. Woo, look at that!
Ooh, look at this, dude. God, it's a ladder piece. Before they're going to the east, they don't have to go back and forth. They've got the ladder now to fight these Darknuts. It's going to make combat like this so much easier. This is, this is a good find for both of them.
Can you imagine fighting this room right now without the ladder? I mean, you see Jam get hit by the bubble there. That was just because of a misplay. But imagine that happening over and over and over and over as you get bopped around nonstop in an NSU room. Huge relief to find that as they both pick up their Triforces in 1. And we are 20 minutes into this race. We're still virtually tied.
Yeah, this is nuts. And they both have the recorder now, too. So are they going to go and use the recorder? No, Random's going to the east. I didn't know if they'd check Recorder Lake or not to see what was there. Random has not been across the docks first, so he's going to go check that, and maybe he goes and routes Recorder before he does the world wrap. Jam is going up to Recorder Lake, so we're about to find this out right now. So Jam has got a little bit of an edge as far as exploration on Random, but Random is right behind him, dude.
Yes, that evens out a little bit of that. And Jam finds our beloved level 6 under Recorder Lake. Redbird, you're 20 minutes into this seed. There's still a lot of items out there. What are you doing here? Are you Triforcing out, or are you noping it, or are you digging it?
I personally here, I would turn right around. Now, I'm not as good as Jam, disclaimer, or you guys. I'm not as good as you guys, but I would not do this level right now. I would go get the heart, or the ladder item. I would go get the white sword item. I would do the 2 on the east, 2 levels on the east of Hyrule before I came back to 6, because you can always up A from those and go straight into 6. You know where it is right now. I don't know, man. I don't think I'd be in here. This level's too long, and you might get a red ring or something as the coast item. I don't think I would do it.
Of course, with that ladder, it does change. I think I see what they're doing. They're trying to route this in so they can world wrap over to 8. And if Red Candle's in here, that's a huge break for Jam, because he's not going to be able to get a candle. So he'll have to go back over there later to check Vanilla 8. But with the keys, I mean, you see the keys are not really an issue. With the white sword, with the bomb upgrade, especially for Jam, I don't necessarily think it's a terrible play. It's just, I don't like level 6. Ooh, Jam, be careful.
Yeah, this is just a difference of routing. There's no right or wrong here. You have to do this level at some point anyway. The only things now are going to help you is like the any key, which we really don't need with 9 and 7 keys. Or like the red ring or something like that. Neither of these runners need that.
Chat dropping the knowledge there. I love it. Oh, and a lucky clock drop for Jam. Down to 2 hearts. One more hit would have killed him. Huge break. If he can get some health here, it'd be even nicer. He does get a little bit and the key as reward. We've got 10 keys already on Jam's side. You know what that means, right?
There was nothing lucky about that clock. That was calculated as heck, dude.
So you know what this means, right? Confirmed any key under this block right here. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, any key coming in 2 seconds, right? Loudgoat, I see you, man. I'm just not going to respond. Not even going to respond. I see you, dude.
Now Random going up against another 2-headed Gleeok, just melting under these sword strokes. Gets a pack of bombs for his trouble, and wisely picks up his bombs after he checks all the walls. Again, another luxury that JamEvil is going to be able to afford. He's going to be able to check a lot more bomb walls here, and this does seem to be a bomb wall late in level 6.
I'm wondering where the map is, because they've kind of taken different angles in this 6, and they've both seen 15, 16 rooms by now, so between the 2 of them, we've seen about 20 rooms in this 6, and I haven't seen a map.
Oh, what a veteran move. Waiting for that Wallmaster to spawn before he bombed and potentially left that room. Could have been a room that he didn't check. Of course, it turned out to be nothing, but that was a veteran presence of mind there to check that before he bombed that wall. Well played by Jam.
These guys are making mincemeat of this 6. They're both ended up in the same area, too. We do see a wooden boomerang in 6, so this has not panned out yet for them. We have not seen the floor item, but this is a level right now, JSR, that could take somebody easily 10 minutes. They are clearing this so fast. And there's our trifle.
All right, so moment of truth. Random has one of the 2 items. We see that it's the boomerang. We know that the other item's going to be on the floor. And he is bailing. So let's see. Does Jam clear this 6? And if he does that turn out to be a great move or a bad one? Let's see what happens.
Yeah, their overworld routing is probably going to be the same from this point on for the rest of the game. But this item might not be. This item that Jam might be able to pick up here that Random doesn't might be a difference maker where the routing will not. So this, like you said, could be huge.
Jam about to get his news about his boomerang and get his compass. Now, Jam has most of this 6 cleared. Remember, he was in 6 before Random. Oh, he finds a staircase. I don't think we saw that on Random's side, did we?
No, we did not. He saw that staircase, but I think what's going to happen is this Triforce or this compass. Oh, it's the heart. He's got knowledge of the heart right now. I was going to say it's going to point him to the Triforce and make it so he doesn't get the floor item. But luckily for him, the floor item's just north of where he's getting ready to find this boomerang. He's going to pick it up. He's going to get the Triforce out of here. He has every item in 6. That's pretty big, JSR, if we go hunting later.
I was about to say the knowledge and the unfortunate bad luck that Random didn't check that room above him could come back to haunt him if we're on the Great Silver Arrow search. And I believe RandomEffekt went under Vanilla 8 and found level 8. So 3 items in here. And man, this is getting good already.
Yeah, this is crazy. Like you said, if we are on a search later, 6 will be one of the last places that Random goes, thankfully for him if you're a Random fan. And there's a red candle in 8, so that's not going to be accessible to Jam. Jam's going to have to get a blue candle because the candle is in 8. So he's going to have to buy one eventually. That's a pretty big deal too, guys. Who needs to
what
search
is
for
that?
In 6 when it's on the floor?
So, RandomEffekt finds the bad news followed by the good news. And I don't know if I agree 100% with Chad at this point, although that does mean that Jam is going to have only one accessible candle. The question becomes, does he start searching for that candle before he starts digging other levels? And what else is in this 8? What else is in those other levels? We're still missing the bow. The bow is required. If the bow is an 8, then this could be gigantic for RandomEffekt.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is as soon as Random finds the bow, if it's a pretty quick find for him, he's in complete control because all he needs is Triforces and kill the pig, and he's done. Jam, if he starts digging other levels looking for those things, and we know the silvers are underneath that spot, he's going to be... And the bow is the Armos item, dude.
Oh,
so
man.
Random's going to get that in a second. Random is going to be, completely done with this game here in a second. And it's going to take Jam getting the candle is going to be the deciding part of this race.
And the bad news, at least kind of, is Jam hasn't checked as many of the shops as Random did. He may not know yet that the candle is in the forgotten spot, which means there's only one accessible place in this entire map. Yeah, this is going to give Random a little bit of a lead here, and really it's going to just come down to who finds those Triforces quicker, whether or not Jam is able to catch up.
Yeah, we talk about veteran moves. You were talking about that earlier, and the one, if you think back to when they were in vanilla level 1, whatever was there, I can't remember what level it was, 5 or whatnot, whatever level it was, when Random saved the 2 bombs, so he would have a bomb to check that forgotten spot. That right there is the difference in this game.
Jam goes into Vanilla 2. It is level 7. 2 items here, and we know that neither of these items are going to be necessarily important, especially with 13 keys. At this point, the only item that Jam could possibly find here that would be of any use is maybe the wand or the red ring, and that's about it.
I'll say wand would definitely help him clear things. Red ring would make sure he doesn't die. He's got enough hearts, and he's a good enough player that I don't see many deaths in his future anyway. But yeah, this is time now spent. If anything past finding the Triforce that he stays in levels for is going to be time spent that he does not need to.
RandomEffekt picking up his Triforce out of 8. I don't think we saw the 3rd item unless he's picked it up sneaky-wise. And he's got 10 keys as well. He's about to get his bow, which means that at 28 minutes and about 36 seconds, sub JSR PB from a couple days ago, RandomEffekt is in go mode.
GG's again on that, sir.
Wow, I can't believe this is insanely fast.
I mean, are you surprised between the 2 of these guys? You knew one of them was going to do this, right?
I just met my PB. I was self-bragging.
Oh, well, for sure. Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about here tonight. There might be a race, too.
Jam, be careful! On. Oh, that was... Oh!
Well, does that take him to the Triforce and out? I mean, you're right there. What's he going to do?
Jam almost bails, decides to go back in, and the best thing that could possibly happen to Jam at this point is if he Triforce and bails, but I don't know, I just called you Random. Redbird, I don't know if he does.
All he needs is silvers? I would Triforce and out right here. If you took a death and the Triforce is this close to start, why not? You got the flute, you can come back.
That is a good point.
I mean, I don't mind the dig, and then once you take a death, just you're out. Then you're not wasting time. I think this is a great play on Jam's part. He's going to check one more room probably, then come back here.
But you do see the advantage, though. RandomEffekt, of course, being in go mode, goes straight for that easily accessible Triforce here in what could be a giant level 7, and he's already done. So at this point, the biggest thing stopping Jam from contending in this particular race is the fact that he didn't get the candle early, and that's not necessarily going to be a theme you see in this randomizer with this flag set, but it turned out to be probably the biggest deciding factor in this match.
Yeah, so far, I mean, nobody's ever out of it. We know this rando can get crazy, and Jam could go beeline over and get his candle right after this and catch up. But yeah, the overworld routing we thought was going to be similar. It's been dead on similar. It's just that candle, that one decision of random to check that spot and have that candle before he went east is huge. Plus, unfortunately for Jam, the red candle being under the blue candle required spot is a heartbreaker for him.
Yeah, that was just a lot of unfortunate circumstances playing against Jam in this one spot, and now RandomEffekt in go mode. He has offense. The only thing he's really missing is defense, but he has a potion. Has the opportunity now to stretch this lead out. And like we said at the beginning of this race, there's not a closer in the game faster than Random. We could see these next 3 dungeons clear and Random in 9 before 40 minutes is up in the seed.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. The one thing that you got to think about on a Random side is if he sees hearts on the ground, of course, he's going to pick them up. If he sees hearts in stairways, or if he starts checking stairways and starts bouncing, he still only has 6 hearts green tunic, and he's very, very advanced in the game. We know he's a sub-30 runner. He's fantastic in combat, but you see rooms sometimes in Rando that you don't normally see. Like this room right here, this is a pain in the butt no matter how many hearts you have. And when you only have 6 hearts, he could easily take a death here just because of the low resources that you have health-wise. So he's got to watch out for situations like this too still.
With the potion in his pocket, RandomEffekt opting to fight this Patra with only 2 hearts, meaning a hit here will be certain death. He's got to be careful, and these turrets are hitting him down to 1.5 hearts. Meanwhile, Jam headed back towards the Triforce room.
Yeah, that's a bummer. He was trying to lock him, and unfortunately, he was killing the wrong. And you don't know, like you can't keep track of which Patrobe it is. But he unfortunately hit the wrong one each time, and so took a death right there. He's going to go a different direction in 2, but this 2's so small, he's eventually going to have to go back there.
Also, chat, let me know if you guys noticed, or maybe you did, Redbird. Jam picks up the Triforce out of 7. I didn't see him pick up any of the items, but he seems to have more hearts than Random, so I'm guessing at least 1 heart there.
Yeah, he might have. I didn't see a heart if he did, so yeah, if Jack could hook us up, I didn't see anything out of 7 yet.
He's headed towards level 2.
Random's going to be so mad if this Patra has the Triforce, just because if he's in go mode and the situation right now being he's so low on resources.
Of course, anything like that could be a nice opportunity for Jam. And it's confirmed Patra... Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I misread his map. No, the Triforce is here. My bad.
No, you're good. He hadn't been down this way yet. This is the one part he hadn't been to, so he's good. All right, so Jam is taking the 100 secret. He knows he's going to need some money here to buy the candle and use arrows as soon as he finds them. Once you find the bow, usually people will pick up money just to grab some arrows to make combat inside the levels easier. Now, the one thing they do see is the pulse voicer on the overworld, so he doesn't have to deal with those, but it's still 2 points of damage at length. You got the white sword, which is great, but you don't always have beams. Having those arrows makes combat a lot easier inside.
Random opting not even to peek at the white sword item. He says, I don't need no stinking white sword item. Red ring, psh, wand, psh. He doesn't need any keys. He's got 12 keys. He's got a full dozen keys.
Yeah, that's one check. You're like, okay, it's only a screen away. That's a long ladder. That's a long walk up there with who knows what enemies that are up there that could get in your way. You could take a death on that screen. You're in the northeast already. Random said, for the possible, probably blue boomerang that's up there, I don't even want to mess with it.
Of course, if that ends up being red ring, Jam's going to check that.
Oh,
and
100%.
We see that these dungeons are full of dark nuts and wizrobes. And I hate to hesitate to, I'm not even going to hesitate to say it. Level 9 could be all Dark Nuts or Wizrobes. We have no idea yet.
You know, the one thing that people do that are very, very good at combat in this game and very good at the rando part, you see Jam's use of bombs there, and he's coming out still with 5 bombs. He didn't mess around with those guys. He went ahead and dropped. And a lot of people, they're very hesitant to use bombs in combat because you're so worried about the exploration. But you got a pack of blue Lionels there that are probably going to hook you up with at least 1 bomb anyway. Go ahead and use them and make the combat much quicker. That was just, saving a couple seconds in the room. And look, you're picking up a bomb pack again. So if you're going to learn anything from Jam's side, use those bombs freely because you're going to get them back in a dungeon. And if you can count to 10, you'll get them back on your own anyway.
RandomEffekt taking the death in 3 is going to have to start his climb over. And as you were saying, lots of veteran moves here by Jam. Grouping those Lionels up and attacking them from the half tile. He saw that Patra noped out immediately. Fighting these wall masters all the way on the side of the room so that the turret can't fire a rapid fire succession of bullets at him. Just the little things he's doing to make his trek through these levels a little bit smoother. Random gets a map here in 3, and is that Pac-Man?
I don't know what it is. Okay, somebody wringing somebody's neck in the middle, but I think the biggest veteran move that I'm seeing right now, Jam's got 17 keys. That's so veteran, dude. That's just heads up for sure.
Like the amount of key practice. Not the keys!
That's not even days, man. That's weeks of practice getting all them keys.
He gets his compass. I don't think we saw either of the items here in level 2.
He hasn't. But he saw that Patra too. And he's going, you know what? There's more levels still. I haven't seen level 3. I haven't seen the right sword item. Maybe I just bounce from here too.
It's interesting because if I were in his shoes, I'd probably dig these items out. But he's making the right play. He picks up the Triforce. If he doesn't go back in, that's the right play.
And quietly, and maybe not so quietly, Random's got 7 Triforces. All he needs is the one from level 4, and he's out. And he's got everything. Like it's nuts how fast this dude can close out a game. I looked over, thought he was 5 or 6 Triforces. I thought he was only 1 Triforce ahead of Jam. He's got 7. He's ready to roll, dude. To
answer chat, I'm not sure. It's possible there was a heart container. That isn't any key, of course. And, I thought he was going to spit on it.
I thought he was just going to leave. He was going to stab it and
Put
go,
it back in. Well, he'll take it, I suppose. I mean, good grief, game. Like, of all the things you could have given him, literally, I would have taken a heart container at that point over the any key.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you. And don't forget, guys, this level 4 is just a Goma. Like, all he's got to do is, now, you got to get around the Goma, and the Goma can do 2 hearts of damage if you're not careful. The body here will do 2 hearts of damage. He's got to time this right.
Interesting play here. Do you use your potion? Jam's going to pick up his candle. A candle Jam. So, at this point, Jam knows the Triforce in 4 is practically free. He's got more health than Random, so he'll have an easier time getting through the Goma. The Triforce in 3 wasn't that bad, and he's going to be officially in go mode as soon as he goes through 8. The only problem is he's going up to vanilla 9. I don't know. This is going to be tough, man.
Yeah, this is a little bit crazy. I mean, because we all know how level 9 is too. You know, it can be unforgiving sometimes, especially going in there with 6 hearts green tunic. If there's a couple more deaths on Random's side and you don't expect it, oh my god, that fireball almost got him. It almost got him, JSR.
Yes, it
but
did.
This could be even closer than it is right now.
Random does pick up his 8th and final Triforce, and at 39 minutes and 10 seconds, the curtain closes. He is headed to level 9. And as my friend Crimson Avix likes to say, the TLDR version, we're listening for a roar and we're looking for a door.
Yeah, man, and you're going to see Random, because we don't need the silvers, you're going to see the fastest check of 50-ish rooms you've ever seen in your life. Watch this dude in level 9 play, man. It's great. I mean, it is... I can't stress enough how fast this dude clears. I say him and Thurwolf probably clear dungeons faster than anybody I've seen in my life. Present company included. You know, you're very, very good as well, JSR. These two dudes can absolutely float in dungeons.
So as we go through 9, listen carefully. If we hear a boss roar, you know you're one room away from Ganon. You see a shutter door that doesn't open if Ganon is still alive, or vice versa. It opens after he's slain, while enemies are still in the room. That was so close!
You saw what I saw, man. He did a dance right there to get through that clip. Oh my God, Random, my heart was racing for you.
That's what I love about watching Random, Jam, the runners in the tournament, especially as you get further along in the tournament, is you start seeing little things that are just, some of it comes with experience, some of it comes with practice, but that little dodge, being aware of that Wizrow beam and having the timing of that shot down was just brilliant.
Yeah, it's poetry, man. When you watch people that get like the movement of BT and your movement, man, it's fantastic. I learned a lot from your movement, man. But just all those little things that you pick up from people and watch, it's poetry in motion, man, for sure.
Jam finds that same heart container that Random skipped out on. Of course, Random knows who he's going up against. Former champion, a Jampium. Definitely nobody to take lightly. And I guarantee you, Redbird, despite the fact that Random is blitzing the seed, I guarantee you his heart is pounding right now.
Oh, it is for sure. And you know, if I'm in Jam's shoes, you know, I've got the majority of the information I need. I'm in 3 to get this Triforce here. I know where 4s is. All I got to do is find these silvers. I'm kind of feeling okay at 41 minutes. I think I'm doing okay. He would like to already be in go mode at 41 minutes, but he's got to be feeling like it's not lost yet. It's not a done deal or anything. There's the Triforce. I need one more item out of here. Like, he's got to be feeling decent here.
I mean, absolutely. Nothing Jam did wrong at all to put him in this deficit. Like you said earlier, it was just that play to get the candle, and it just so happened that the silvers were hidden behind that candle. Nothing Jam did wrong at all. He just got randoed.
Yeah, 100%. For sure. Yep.
And of course, folks, don't forget, no matter what the outcome of game number 1 is, this is a best of 3. And game 2 is immediately after this as Jam picks up his heart container, the second item in 3. Game 2 coming up immediately at the conclusion of this race. Well, maybe after, a quick break. And plenty of opportunity for Jam to even the series up.
Jam is going to grab the Triforce out of here. He's not seen 8. He knows where 8 is. He knows 4, he's going to need some arrows. So he's going to go to 8 first, hope the silvers are in there so it makes that 4 play easier. He doesn't have to buy them. So you know the next place he is going is level.
RandomEffekt doing a great job conserving his bombs in level 9 here. And still no sign of Ganon or Zelda. Takes the staircase. And I heard the roar. I heard the roar. I thought it was Ganon in Zaku Menace. And the shutter door opens. What a tease room.
Right? It could have been both rooms in one. It's neither of what we need. He's still digging.
Another Aqua Menace. Come on, game.
Right? And Random's thinking the same thing. Man, I got to clear these rooms twice every time. Jam's going for arrows, so he's going to go ahead and clear 4 now. And
another what?
Heads up too.
Are you kidding me?
This is heads up too because 8 could have a Goma as well. So while Random's over there getting trolled, Jam is making great plays over on his end.
Okay, I thought I heard a roar still. I did hear a roar. Okay, we actually have a real Ganon, folks. He does exist. Ganon does 1 heart of damage with the fireball, and a hug does 4. Random not able to use his potion and gets a big old Ganon hug. At this point, that every little break Jam can get is going to help, because Jam's going to be getting his silver arrows relatively shortly, and Random still has not found Zelda, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you're correct, and now you're coming in here with 3 hearts every time, and even though you know the path, he's got to make that on the path that he knows to get to Ganon. He's got to make that tough clip. He's got to get through the rest of 9. Do you use a potion yet? Do you not? One wrong move on 1 heart, and you're running into a Wizrobe, which is 1 heart of damage anyway. So, like, this is still a treacherous 9. We talked about this with 6 hearts. This is no knock to Random. This is anybody. You come in here with Green Tunic, now 3 hearts. It's a very, very tough dig.
Random going back towards the Ganon fight now with only 1 heart. I wouldn't be shocked to see him use his potion here. And he immediately pulls it out and takes a sip, so Smart play. He still has one in his pocket. Ganon will not be able to one-shot him here. He just needs to take down the pig, and he'll be in the final stretch of this race, number 1. Here we go.
He's trying to pick him up south to north, and unfortunately, he's going to sit over here. He's going to wait until Ganon's coming to the west right now. He's coming north. He's going to come back south right here. This is where you pick him up. Wow.
Oh, he had the lock, and he's... Oh.
All right, he's got 2 hits, 4 hits left on him. Ganon's going to do the exact same path. He's coming north to south right now. He's got him, pick him up. There's 3. Same path every time. Ganon's going to do the same thing. Come west, east to west. There's 4, there's 5, there's 6, there's 7. He's got him. Yes.
Oof, a tense fight, but RandomEffekt does the job. Takes down the Ganon. We've got Bacon. 45-43. RandomEffekt now in the final stretch. All he needs is that shutter door that opens without clearing those enemies, and he will be our race number 1 winner.
Yeah, he's checking this southwest. He wants to make sure he gets every little extremity so you don't have to go to the same quadrant 2 or 3 times. So you're seeing him really, really cover things where a lot of people would just fly through and whatnot. He's making sure there's no stone unturned so he knows he does not have to go back to the section rooms again. It's not going to surprise when you see him go left here. He's going to go north. He's going to check west and east. It just depends on what he's seen and what he hasn't. Is this the door? I'm not sure.
Jam finds a Triforce at 8. He's going to pick it up. And that might be the race there, Redbird. Is he going to go back in to get those silvers, or is he going to play sabermetrics here?
He's got to be thinking at 45 minutes, there's so many one-offs that he doesn't know. Oh, he's going to go back into 8. All right.
Oh, it may not matter. I see a shutter door open, and I think that's going to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, get your GGs out for our Game 1 winner, RandomEffekt, with an official SRL time of 46 minutes and 51 seconds. And Redbird, I'll take that time against anybody on this earth. In this seed, that will beat almost anybody.
That was a finals-worthy appearance by Random right there. That's how you want to do it. If he could script how he could play for the rest of this tournament, it's putting down a seed like that. Random absolutely stepped up to the plate, and he had to against Jam, because Jam's going to finish this in sub 55. Once he finds these silvers, he would be done in sub 55. So it took this from Random to take this from Jam. So game 2, man, I'm jealous of you, Laz, getting ready to call this game 2. It's going to be nuts. These guys are they're matched so well, dude.
I think Jam is metagaming a little bit. I didn't see him get the silvers. He leaves level 8. I don't think I saw him pick up the silvers, and if that... Oh, he doesn't. He has wooden arrows, confirmed.
Yeah, he's going to 4 to get the Triforce, and he's going to go into 9. Silvers can be in 9. This is an acceptable play. If you're at 48 minutes, you don't know where they are. And he's got a lot of one-off items that he hasn't picked up yet either from levels. So he doesn't want to dig all that stuff. He wants to just go straight to 9 and see if... And I don't know if he has the IRC up or not, but he's going to... Looks like he's going to play this out.
Yeah, unfortunately... That is probably going to just delay the end a little bit. And there's not, again, much you can do. I mean, especially with a time that fast. And Jam didn't find them just naturally. He probably doesn't realize how early Random had them. And that is one of those things that can really speed you up. That search for silver arrows can take a long time. And... when you have them that early, you don't have to worry about that, especially when you have everything else you need in level 1 as far as items that can get you into dungeons. The only thing he needed was Recorder and Bow, and he was go, and he got all that stuff just naturally on his way. I mean, you don't expect to ever have a seed like that, but when you do, you better take advantage, and Random did.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you can't fault anything either runner did here. I mean, this was just... a well-fought match that was decided by a candle, and sometimes that happens in Rando.
Well, speaking of Random, we have our Game 1 winner, RandomEffekt, joining us in the booth. GG's, my friend. Before we get to our questions, as we see Jam searching for those silver arrows, your thoughts on this seed? How do you feel like you did? What were your thoughts in general?
I was just going ham. Once I was in go mode, I just blitzed. It cost me a couple of deaths probably because I didn't pick up a lot of hearts. I didn't pick up any real defense. yeah, the seed just kind of laid it out for me. I don't think I did anything really wrong in that seed, really, except for just dying 5 times. Painful death to Goma in 4, painful death to Ganon with the potion out. I was trying to use my potion and my B button didn't register in time. And I hate Ganon in that room. That is the absolute worst room for me to fight. Actually, one of 2 rooms, really, but I actually think that's the worst. The other one is the double river room with the top and bottom double river. That also is a terrible room because of how I want to fight Ganon. I want to be right on that river, and I can't be there. So it's really, really painful. And once I saw that room, I was like, oh, that sucks. But yeah, I just blitzed that seed. I feel like I just blitzed it. And I wasn't really holding anything back. I was just going.
We talked about it during the broadcast, Random, and GG's, by the way. The difference between what you and Jam did was when you left 5 and you started to go northwest, you saved a couple bombs, even though you were fighting Dark Nuts, to go ahead and be able to check the Forgotten Spot. And it was heads up by you because Jam was not able to check that, so he didn't have the blue candle to uncover 8 for a long time. And that was just the difference between the 2 of you.
Speaking of Jam, he finds the red ring in level 2 and throws the towel in. He's going to go ahead and forfeit the race. And at that point, it was either going to be 8 or 9. He asks in the IRC and gets the unfortunate news. GG's indeed to both these runners. It does appear as if with that, we're going to be getting set for our game number 2. But yeah, go ahead and finish your question, Redbird. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to update everybody.
No, you're good. Yeah, it was important. No, there's no question. I just wanted to let Random know kind of what those difference was there, and just very heads up use of resources early on in the game to be able to give yourself the opportunity to uncover 8 and then to give yourself the lead, because you both routed the overworld exactly the same. It was just being able to uncover 8 before you walked up north on the east side allowed you to pull those silvers and get yourself in go mode and not have to dig anything from then on out.
Yeah. And I also left 8 with an item. If I wouldn't have died in 8, I would have stayed. I was staying for the second item, even though I knew I still had the Armos there, just because it was a stair item that was left, and I only had bow for go mode, and I'm already in there. But once I died, I was like, all right, I'm done. Like, there's really, or did I die, or did I just grab the Triforce and then left? I can't remember if I grabbed the Triforce first and then went back in. I think I actually grabbed the Triforce and left because I was going to start over anyway, and I had a bunch of other dungeons to do. I had a recorder already to get back there. It was really easy. So I just wanted to leave and see what was out there before I went back in searching from the beginning, because I knew it was going to be a little bit of a trek somewhere in 8. They're not, I didn't have any rooms really close to where I was starting.
Yeah. But,
go ahead. Sorry. No, go.
I was just going to say the difference, of course, with that early silver arrows and then getting the bow off the Armos, the difference in this race, not just having the silvers early, but the fact that you were able to widen your lead every minute longer that Jam didn't have the candle, didn't go into 8, was a minute you were growing your lead because, like you said, you were just blitzing everything, and you are so strong when it comes to closing races out. And when you're in go mode and your opponent isn't, it's extremely hard for anybody to hang. And Jam did a really fine job of doing so. He was right on your tail for a good majority of this race. It's just near the end, your lead was a little too insurmountable, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to route this similarly, I think. I've watched some of Jam's races, and he's going to route it as efficiently as possible, and I'm going to route it as efficiently as possible. It was just nice that I got the recorder and the raft really early, and it just made my route even that much more efficient, that I could do the raft spot, the recorder spot, and then I already had my candle, so I could world wrap and go over to the east side super quick. Just made it super, super easy. What I gotta say? The seed kind of just laid it out for me, and I just blitzed. That's all you can say.
Well, GG's, man, and I'm not calling game 2, but I wish I was. I'm going to be watching it for sure. You got JSR and Laws, which are going to be fantastic to have front row seats for this, but hell of a seed, dude. Like you killed it. You crushed it. GG's, and good luck on seed.
Thanks.
And with that, we will say good night to Redbird. Redbird, it's always a pleasure to call race with you, my friend. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this amazing game 1. And by the way, everybody, make sure you follow my boy. Great random runner in his own right. He's got a matchup coming up against Crystal Saver here in the Sweet 16 round. I can't wait for that one, man.
I think that's trademark, dude. I don't know if you can say that.
I'm getting sued.
I'm just playing. I'm not going to call him. You're good. No, yeah, it's fun to call it with you, man. We got to do this more often, and hope we brought it for Random Mania tonight. But yeah, peace out. Follow JSR. Make sure you're over there, and don't just follow JSR. Sub to JSR. Get in there. See ya.
Oh man. Well, you will get adorable puppies, but yeah, thank you so much, man. And
where's my plushie?
Stick around for what should be a great race number 2, my dude.
All right, man. Later.
Again, Redbird grad, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up is race number 2. Just real quick, wanted to shout out to our tracker, Russian Bishop, doing the Lord's work on the sidelines. Thank you so much for helping us track game number 1. Coming up in just a few short minutes, I'll be joined by LOZ Cards Fan 23, and we will be calling game number 2. Do or die for JamEvil, or can RandomEffekt close it out and move on to the Elite 8 in the Zelda 1 Randomizer tournament, or will we have a game number 3 tomorrow night? Stay tuned and find out. We will be back in just a few short minutes.